And all of a sudden, boom, he's in the hospital, he's in a coma, he's got cancer. It was surreal. That doesn't happen to a sophomore in high school who is a good-looking kid, great athlete, does well in the classroom.
The tumors were one thing, but because of the ischemic stroke, it affected a whole lot of movements with Keannu, not only his speech, his spinal cord, everything was affected in him. We weren't dealing with one animal here, we had so many, and it's like, how do we battle them all?
You know, I think a lot of people, their misconception is that a wish is just for the child that is terminally ill, and actually 75% of our children go on to live long and healthy lives. And that's because the wish is about this great power to bring hope and strength and joy back into the life of not only the child, but the entire family, and then oftentimes like this, a full community. I remember when Keannu came to the wishing place, and he made all kinds of wishes, but at the end he said, I just really want to play football with my team again.
What's that stance your dad taught you? What's it called?
The windmill.
The windmill, right?
You know, there's so many times a child comes in and they wish for something, and it is somewhat of the impossible sometimes. And we all kind of came to the same conclusion that Make-A-Wish is about saying yes. It's never about saying no. So what are we going to do now? And it was just, I think, as we always say, all the stars align at Make-A-Wish, and it all began.
So essentially what we're doing on our side is we're going to recreate an authentic football game that brings Keannu back into his role as a quarterback. We're going to bring together his home team as well as potentially the rival team and recreate the plays that he would do as a quarterback.
You know, when we first started talking about his wish and him playing a football again in a virtual reality, you're kind of thinking, is it like he's going to sit down and play a video game? You know, in your mind you think a lot of different things, but you're not thinking about him actually getting out on the field and simulating being a quarterback. This is going to be such a cool experience for him.
Saturday, we want to fill the stadium, get a few thousand people in there to recreate an authentic feeling as we're creating the football experience, and then film from a first-person perspective a narrative that puts him into the shoes of a quarterback. So run me through a little bit of the process of the game.
Some of the things that I was thinking of is for the coin toss, I think that he could have some of his very closest friends or captains with him. He gets his play from the coach, goes out onto the field, runs his first play, hitting a touchdown on a deep pass off of play action. That's something Keannu excelled at when he did play.
Remember, we're all here for Keannu. This is why we're doing this piece, right? To really help him get inspired and get back into this game again and relive this experience as it was for him. And so everything we do today, we want to make it as authentic as possible. It's going to make him really feel like he's here in this game as he used to be.
So just being in the headset, being completely immersed in this experience will give him the sensation of being on the field again physically, and also trigger some memories and stimulate part of the brain that hasn't been stimulated in a long time. That's why you use VR, for situations like this where you want to transport someone to a different place. So he's not going to be in his wheelchair for the 5 minutes that we're playing this. He's going to be back on the field with his teammates, and we want to make it as realistic as possible, and I think we did that today.
We have an ability to put people inside of a VR headset, give them a completely novel experience, and let them literally step into the shoes of somebody else.
We can help kids like Keannu who have physical limitations and that are not able to do things that they used to really be able to get back into that. We look at the power of using media in a transformative way like that. We can use this to really allow the world to connect and come closer together. We're going to put him in the headset. He's going to watch the whole experience we just created today. And so what we're going to do in the last 30 seconds of the experience, we're going to take the walls of the box away. Right? When he pulls off that headset, the stadium will be full of people. You guys will be surrounding him, cheering his name like you just did.
You never know what you're walking into, especially into an unknown area, for me, virtual reality, and it's about risks. And when you're ready to take that risk and use technology and, as one of those innovative ways to take a risk, I think that's an exciting moment.
To be back on the field, and actually see it through his eyes.
Oh, I can just imagine how his heart's going to open up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you number 5, Keannu. Gentlemen, the crowd rises to their feet. They're chanting, Nanu, Nanu, Nanu.
To know that we could come out today and create that experience together as Make-A-Wish, as emerge, as the community, as this football team, the high school, everybody got all in when I think they realized this could really be possible.
This is just one of those good ways that the soul needs to heal, and I believe this is going to help Keannu get to the next stage.
This type of experience has really opened up the door to tell us that when a child comes in and we think it's impossible, that this certainly, the impossible became possible today.
Thank you guys so much.